10 TV is keeping a close eye on intel right now. The Ohio EPA is meeting with residents in New Albany at Jersey Baptist Church.
They want to talk about the possible environmental impact the chip facility will have on the community once it's up and running. 10 TV's Kevin Landers is live at that meeting tonight. And Kevin, what are the top concerns these neighbors have?
Well, we've been in the community all day, and neighbors tell us they're really concerned about the destruction of wetlands that dot the entire acreage that Intel wants to build on. Tonight, they'll take their concerns to the Ohio EPA because they want to know if Intel will be a good environmental neighbor.
Since 1974, William Suver has lived on this property surrounded by farmland. Intel is about to change that when it builds across the street starting in July.
And it's changing the landscape, what I've seen all my life, going away.
That's not his only concern. He and others are worried about the destruction of this. It's one of several wetlands on the massive Intel site, which acts as a natural flood barrier. Intel needs permission from the Ohio EPA to remove them to build its fabrication plants and employee parking lots.
It's kind of wet here, and it's going to mean a lot of water is going to come this way. So that's my only concern, really, is the runoff, It's got to go somewhere.
10 TV obtained this letter showing a company hired by Intel has paid $118,000 to Stream and Wetlands Foundation for wetland mitigation along Clover Valley Road west of Mink Road. We asked the Ohio EPA about the wetland removal application.
If they impact an isolated wetland, they do have to mitigate that, which means create another high quality wetland at another place, look close, within the watershed.
Alice Markley is a master's student at Ohio State studying environmental resources. She says she's studied Intel's wetland application and found what she says is a problem: no retention ponds on the north side of the property.
If they remove those wetlands and they cover this area with impermeable surfaces, potentially cause flooding downstream. I'm looking at a map, it looks like they're going to flood Mink Road.
Markley says aside from wetland protection, there's also a concern about protecting the rural way of life.
You've got a lot of people who are very frustrated and very scared. We can ask Intel to be respectful of our culture and to be a good neighbor to us.
Now, the Ohio EPA says it hasn't set a date on when or if it will approve this application. It says a lot of it will depend on what the comments they get tonight. We're told the public comments end June 1st. Reporting live in New Albany, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.